Hi guys, it's Megan from imamom2.wordpress.com. So I just finished the majority anyway, I would say, of preparing for back to school because my kids start tomorrow. I've taken full advantage of them being at their dad's for today and yesterday to kind of finish off all those little things that makes it difficult when the kids are running around underfoot. So some things that I can't really show you guys because I just did them, was that we went to the kids' school last week to try to meet both of the kids' new teachers. We were able to meet only my son's teacher and not my daughter's, but my son's teacher, he is in an autism specific class, in case you don't know. And this year's teacher has actually taught an autism class before, so she, to quote her, just wanted to change things up. So asked to be transferred to another ASD class, and so I'm looking forward to working with her this year. Sorry, just going to move the camera a bit. And she was kind of getting everything together in the classroom when we were there, but he met her and he really liked her, so, and I really liked her. And she apparently also primarily prefers to communicate by email, which makes it so much easier for me as well. I've had teachers in the past for my daughter who prefer by phone, and we spend weeks, if not months, trying to get a hold of each other, because of course the only time that they're available to talk is when the kids are home, and that makes it difficult to sometimes have a honest, blunt, whatever conversation you want to talk about. And then, as I said, we weren't able to see my daughter's teacher, but he's brand new to the school actually, so I'm looking forward to meeting him when I drop her off tomorrow morning. We've chosen outfits for the kids for their first day of school. We may have to change my daughter's though, because we, sorry, my hands are getting tired. It's a dress that has spaghetti straps on it for her, with the intention of wearing kind of a cardigan over top, but it's supposed to be crazy hot. We're actually currently in the middle of a heat wave right now. So that means that it's 30 degrees plus humidity, and like just standing outside, you're just sweating buckets. So we may have to change it to something different tonight when she gets back. I have wiped down all of the technology in the house as well with Lysol wipes, everything that stays here, but also the stuff that goes into school with the kids. While I was at it, I also wiped down all of the light switches just because. Let's see, what else? Oh, I've also confirmed my son's bus as well. It's the same bus driver this year as it was last year. And she's also let me know what time she'll be picking him up as well. So I think that's it for kind of the non-visual things. I think so. Anyway, let me take you around a couple places in the house to let you guys see kind of what I do to make it a little bit easier for us for this school year. Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick pan around. That's obviously our front door. And here is our front hall with everything ready for back to school. So just to do a quick walkthrough, obviously we would come in through this door. I have spare bags here, and this is actually stuff that has to leave tomorrow, so I've put it on, hung it on the back of the door there. My purse goes right here. Actually, I might as well put it right there right now. It was hanging up so that I could clean this off, but that's where my purse goes as soon as we come inside. This is my kids' cubbies here. I found this on Kijiji a couple years ago now, at a daycare center that was getting rid of it. So I brought it home, I painted it. It was my first type of DIY type of thing, but it was a light gray and didn't work in here, and I prefer white. So I'll just walk you through these. This bin obviously reads outgoing. There's stuff like sunscreen, because we still do need that at this time of year. But basically anything that needs to leave the house can go in there. This is my son's bin. This is my daughter's bin. I do have labels, but I just turned them around with their names for this video itself. This cubby here, although it's empty right now, houses my son's backpack. Sorry, I lost the word there. But he has it at his dad's right now with his iPad in it. This is my daughter's backpack, and these are kind of the other things that my daughter sometimes takes with her every day, so I've just hung them up here. Down here is, oh, it's not even straight. Anyway, down there is where my daughter's shoes go. So when she comes home, she basically takes these off, puts them on, and then puts her shoes that she's wearing right now at her dad's over there. My son has a similar one over here, but he won't wear slippers around the house. So these just have his 2 pairs of sneakers here, and obviously this is where his sandals go. I was quite pleased with this bench, actually. I recovered it this weekend. It was a light beige, almost the same color as our wall, actually, but it got pretty dirty and gross over the summer, so I just recovered it. And I'm quite pleased with how it looks. And then just going back over to the cubbies, on the wall here, we've got the hooks for the kids' jackets. This one's my daughter's, this one's my son's, and they still use this over the winter as well with their winter jackets. Something new this year is I did a DIY, like a pretty DIY. I'm very pleased with myself for this. So basically they come in, they hang up their jackets here, and then we've got our after school routine written up there so that then I can change it if need be, because it's just dry erase marker on the glass of the picture frame. So, I mean, you can probably read that, but the first one is to hang up backpacks, second is to put away shoes, third is to take lunch bags to the kitchen, 4 is to put agendas and papers for mommy on the couch, 5 is to wash hands, and of course, the most important one, hugs and kisses. I just thought it'd be kind of cute to do that. And then down to the left of the cubbies, this is kind of hidden away. This is going to be kind of our new thing this year, above and beyond that after school routine. But I got these, I don't know what they are, magazine holders. Sorry, the lighting is really bad down here. I don't know if you can see this, but I've written down here dry erase markers. So these are the bags here of the different dry erase markers that the kids use for their dry erase boards in the car. So I thought it'd be easier for them to just grab it from there instead of just from wherever they can find it in the house, meaning wherever they put it last. I'm thinking these 2 bins might end up being for artwork when they come home. You know how they bring home 10 million pieces of artwork. So I may end up labeling each of those with their names, and they can put their artwork in there. So there's our front hall. Trying to make it a little bit easier to be able to deal with the after school chaos. Okay, I've done a video on this cupboard in particular before, but I've changed it all around as per my daughter's request. And also the fact that they were outgrowing the organization that I had done before. So basically the problem was that I had left the snacks container up on the 3rd shelf here, which is actually kind of difficult for them to get at, which was the point. But at that time, when I organized it before, my son especially had no control whatsoever with being able to just take 1 or 2 of the snacks. So, but now he does, and I've seen these, and I'm sure you've seen them as well all over YouTube and Pinterest, to actually have bins where the kids can then go and pick one or pick 2, and then they can help with packaging up their lunches themselves. So we're going to try that this year. Basically, I'm just going to pull these two down on the counter, and the kids can choose from there. So I actually already today started pre-packaging some of these crackers and cookies as well, so that the kids can literally just pick one from in there. If you want me to do another video on the rest of this cupboard, then let me know. Otherwise, this is one of the things that we've done for this back to school. Another one is this cupboard as well. Again, I've done another organizing video for this, but now I've had to redo it just a little bit. Primarily because my kids are eating bigger quantities now. They just turned 10. So having everything in these containers is going to make them still hungry this year. So I've got bigger containers here. I've got the, you know, containers with two different sections in here. And it was kind of a jumbled mess. So I just containerized them. So obviously this shelf is the containers. This shelf has different lids, and then the containers that I use for leftovers are up at the top. Last big thing that I really wanted to do for this back to school is, well, are these basically. These are cork boards that I made all purdy. Very, very pleased with myself because I am not a DIY or a crafty person. So that means that these are extremely easy to do. Took about an hour to do both of them, and I'm so pleased with how they look. They are right here beside our calendar, and then, you know, I don't really know what to say about them. They're covered in fabric, and everything is tacked down with different tacks here. And I've got two of them, and just to be able to tie them in a little more, because there is the teal in this pattern fabric here, and obviously the teal there, but I just cut out two of the flowers from this fabric to kind of just tie it all together. And I'm really, really pleased with how they turned out, and I will be uploading a video shortly actually of how I did them. I'm sure you've seen them on other people's YouTube videos, or even on Pinterest. I think I found the instructions of how to do it on Pinterest, and I'll see if I can find those links again and link them below. But I'm so pleased with how this looks, and it's just in our kitchen in the hallway right beside our calendar.